I hate to say it, but it looks like interest rates in the 7s and high 6s are here to stay for the foreseeable future. We thought coming into this year, and the Fed thought coming into this year, that inflation would get under control and actually allow for several rate cuts this year. But as we've progressed throughout the year, the numbers have come in hotter than expected, and we are nowhere near where we need to be inflation numbers wise to be able to justify those rate decreases. So today I want to break down for you a market update telling you exactly what's going on in our local Temecula Valley market, even despite the rates. Tell you exactly what's going on. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours, neighborhood spotlights, and new things coming here to the Valley. I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here in the Valley before you make the move. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's get to our market update. First up, let's talk about days on market. How long are homes actually sitting on the market right now despite the interest rates? Those numbers are dropping across the board. When we're looking at Murrieta, those days on market are now down to 27 average days on market. That is a drop from 33 average days on market. Now, Temecula has seen an even bigger decrease in this, all the way down to 17 days on market, which is a huge drop from 25 days on market just the month before. So we are seeing homes sit on the market for less time right now, despite the rates. We're starting to see homes sell very, very quickly. So if you're a home buyer, it's time to get out there and start making those offers. Next up, we like to talk about percent of original list price. This really gives us a pulse on what buyers are actually offering for homes here in the area. And that number for Murrieta is at 99.4% of original list price, which is actually a small decrease from 99.6% the month before. So we're getting just about full price in Murrieta currently for every home on the market. Now, Temecula saw an increase up to 100.8%. That is almost a full percent increase from 99.7% the month before. So again, as we're seeing rates stagnate, we're seeing buyers coming out there and saying, I still gotta buy something, I still need a place to live, because rent is getting just as crazy out there as well. So that is causing these increases in prices along the way. Next, we talk about months supply, which is a gauge for whether we're in a buyer's versus a seller's market. And as you could probably tell from the numbers that we just gave you, we're still very much in a seller's market. So this stat tells us that if no new homes came for sale, how long would it take for us to officially run out of inventory with today's current buyer demand? That number right now for Murrieta is 2.5 months. So 2.5 months it would take us to run out of that inventory. That is a slight increase from 2.4 just the month before. For Temecula, that number is at 2.3 months, and that is the same exact number. So we can see here, as inventory comes to the market, it is selling just as quick as it comes on, and there is no leftover inventory. Now we're gonna move on to closed sales. And so this was a number we were watching very closely for the last several months because we were at dangerously low levels, lower than we'd ever seen here in the Valley before. And those numbers have actually increased, which means more activity, as we've already seen from some of the numbers prior. So closed sales for Murrieta, 150 closed sales last month. That is an increase from 143 the month before. And Temecula also saw an increase, 138 closed sales, an increase from 116 the month before. Last but not least, we want to look at our average sales prices. We take all of the homes that sold in this month and we average those out to give you this number. For Murrieta, we saw an increase, not a ton, but $713,000 average price point for Murrieta, which is up just $1,000 from the month prior, from $712,000. Temecula actually saw a slight dip in this number. It doesn't mean prices are coming down. Obviously, we can see that from the percent of original list price that we already discussed. Doesn't mean they're coming down. But that number, $828,000, and that is down from $836,000 the month before. Again, not something to worry about there. It just means some lower priced homes sold versus some of the higher price point things. And that's really all that we're ever seeing stay on the market right now, are some of the higher price point homes. So let's break this down for what does this mean for you as a buyer or you as a seller. If you're a home buyer, this is telling you the market is heating up. Despite where rates are at, everybody is fully understanding right now that home prices are continuing to press forward due to a lack of inventory, because let's face it, sellers are locked into their homes right now because of their low interest rates. So there's not a lot of homes for sale. When they do come up, they're selling very quickly. So if you're a buyer, days on market are down. It means if you see a house that you like, you gotta go see it right away and probably get that offer in within that first weekend, even to be considered. Also, percent of original list price, you're gonna need to offer full price or even more if you want to be considered. Now, we're not back to the crazy COVID days where you're having to waive appraisal contingencies and inspection contingencies just to have your offer accepted, but do expect that you're gonna have to give a great price with great terms, and you're gonna need to act quick when you find the right home. And if you are a seller, this means that inventory is still really, really low. If you are considering selling your home, moving out of state, or doing some sort of local move here in the area, inventory is low. It means you have very, very little competition when you have your home up for sale, and it's gonna sell quickly, meaning you're not gonna have to deal with the hassle of many, many showings over weeks and weeks and cleaning your house and getting ready for a showing just to have somebody no-show. No, right now we're having homes sell typically within the first weekend. You leave your house for the weekend, let us do those open houses, bring as many buyers through as possible, and you're typically reviewing offers on Monday for over asking price. So it is a great time to get your home on the market before we see some additional rush in inventory. All of that to say that despite interest rates, the market is moving forward. You've got to jump on the bus. If you are a first-time buyer, you've got to jump on the bus now, ride that appreciation wave, and you can work on the refinance later. I'm not here to promise you that it's going to happen this year, that those rates will drop, but in the near future, it will be dropping. And I can tell you, you would have the possibility of saving upwards of $700 per month if you bought now and did a refinance later versus just waiting for the rates to drop and allowing prices to appreciate by 15 to 20% when those rates drop. So it's important to take action now to save yourself money in the future. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment below any questions you have about the Temecula Valley real estate market, about moving here to the area. Leave that in the comments below. We get back to you right away. We monitor those on a daily basis. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys next time.